To start the column chromatography, first the scaffold has to be set up. For that, we need 2 different clamps, 2 stopcocks, a silicon tube, a syringe, 2 boss heads, as well as the retort rod with its base. Start by screwing in the rod and adding the 2 boss heads. Make sure that one goes to the left and one to the right, and that the closed side is to the bottom. Now, add the normal clamp to the upper boss head. Make sure to tighten the screw properly. Add the 3-prong clamp to the lower. Now, take the syringe and put it in the normal clamp. Tighten it properly. Add the silicon tube to the syringe. Also, add the 3-way stopcock in the way shown in the manual. Additionally, attach the column lid to this 3-way stopcock. Make sure you know which position is closed. Add the column into the 3-way prong clamp. Now, add the normal stopcock close to the bottom of the column and screw the 3-prong clamp tight. For that, ensure that the column is straight vertical. This you may need to adjust at the boss head. Put a small beaker below and make sure to adjust the total height to fit it. Next, we need to add the nickel NTA agarose to the column with the 1000 microliter pipette. Cut off the tip of a 1000 microliter pipette tip. Mix the nickel NTA agarose suspension by gently tapping at the microcentrifuge tube so that you obtain a homogeneous gel suspension. Using the cut-off tip with a 1000 microliter pipette, add 500 microliters of the gel suspension to the column. Let the gel settle for at least 10 minutes. The gel bed should be just about as high as the first rim of the column. Equilibrate the column with the 20 ml of the lysis buffer. With the 1000 microliter pipette, add 5 ml of the lysis buffer to the column. Carefully pipette the buffer on the wall of the column, not directly on the gel bed. Try not to disturb the gel bed. Open the stopcock and let the solution pass through the column. Keep adding the buffer until you used 20 milliliters. Close the stopcock just when the top of the liquid reaches the gel. Never let the column run dry. Transfer your sample onto the column carefully. Again, do not disturb the gel bed. To collect the flow-through, use the tube provided. Open the stopcock so that the sample is absorbed onto the gel. Carefully load 5 ml of the lysis buffer on the column without disturbing the gel bed. Now, fill in the syringe with about 40 ml of lysis buffer. Make sure the stopcock is closed. Open the three-way stopcock that is connected to the silicon tube until all the air bubbles are gone from the tubing. Do it over a big beaker and very carefully so you do not spill the lysis buffer. Put the yellow cap on the column. Open the stopcock of the column to start the washing. Open now as well the three-way stopcock. This will wash the unbound protein off the column until you have collected 40 ml of lysis buffer in the beaker. Close both stopcocks. Detach the column lid with the tubing and reopen the stopcock at the column so that the last 5 ml can run through. Do not throw away the wash fraction, take out your samples, but at the end of the day, discard it in the imidazole waste. Add 3 ml of the elution buffer to the top of the column. Close the stopcock and incubate the column with the buffer for 10 minutes. Open the stopcock and collect the first 2 or 3 drops in a microcentrifuge tube, and discard this tube afterwards. Collect 4 fractions of about 750 microliters in the microcentrifuge tubes. Best is to have your partner hand you the open tubes so you do not have to close and reopen the stopcock every 20 seconds.